How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the first video of FIFA 22. Now, I know FIFA 22 is not here just yet, but I thought I would bring my predictions for what we think some of the players that have been playing well over the last 12 months might get in terms of upgrades, and obviously some of the players that have not played as well. You know, they might get downgraded, they might stay the same. You know, some players this year have had long injuries, they haven't had a great season, and obviously with all the stuff that's been going on around the world, a lot of players have been tired. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about my predictions. If you think any of them are wrong, obviously let me know as well. This is just a little bit of fun. We'll be releasing one of these probably either once a week or try and do maybe 2 a week. We'll be doing about 4 to 5 players for each video. And yeah, we're going to get straight into it. The first player that we're going to be going for is going to be Declan Rice. This is FIFA 21 cards, as you can see. A little bit underwhelming. 65 pace, 44 shooting, 65 passing, 78 physical, 78 defending, 69 dribbling, and obviously the stat that most people look for, 79 rated, and he's a CDM. I think he had a decent season. He had, you know, pretty good Euros. England got to the final of the European Championship, so this is a player that I think may get an upgrade based off the way he's played for the last 12 months. I think if he was playing for a bigger team, he could have the potential to get a higher upgrade. EA seemed to favour more of the bigger clubs, and, you know, I'm not trying to knock down West Ham, but if they were maybe playing in the top 4, he might have more of a boost. Obviously, he's probably a better player than what his card shows. I think he's going to get a +1 in FIFA 22. And he's going to go to a 80 rated. A nice little 4 boost on his pace. I've massively boosted the shooting because I think 44 is just too low. He doesn't score loads of goals, but he's not that bad. Come on. 44 should be for the centre-back. I've also given him a 6 passing boost. I think he can actually pass the ball quite well. I've given him a 2 physical, 2 defending, and 4 dribbling. Now, people might be saying, you know, you've only given him a +1, but you've given him so many, you know, pluses on his base stats. In-game stats will vary different, just based off what you can see on the face of his card. I do think he deserves to have a slight / big upgrade on his base stats. I think for the 79 rated card, even his base card, his base stats on FIFA 21 is quite low. But yeah, that's what I think. I think he'll be 80 rated. I think he'll get a nice little +1. He could get more, but I think he'll get a +1 upgrade. Let me know down in the comments whether you think I'm right, whether you think he could be higher or could stay the same or maybe even go lower. Right, so the second player that we're bringing here is going to be Jack Grealish. What a season he's had this year. He's played absolutely amazing for Aston Villa. Had a great Euros. You know, as someone who's from England, I watched England quite closely. Probably should have got a lot more game time than what he actually got. But besides that, FIFA 21, I think he had a little bit of an underwhelming card. He had some sort of special card recently. I think it might have been a footies or a... He had some sort of special card anyway, but his card was a lot more better and fitting to what he was. Obviously, a lot more boosted than what it should be for the base card, but as you can see on his card, he's got 76 pace, 74 shooting, 80 passing, 61 physical, 46 defending, and 84 dribbling. Now, last season, Aston Villa done exceptionally well. A lot better than the season before. They nearly got relegated the season before, and I feel like Jack Grealish is key to the way they play. Now, again, the same with the situation with Declan Rice. If he was maybe playing for a slightly bigger team, someone maybe in the Champions League, he might have a higher rating. But I think last year they done him dirty a little bit, and I think this year he's going to get a nice little upgrade. And the upgrade is going to be a +3. People may disagree. You know, that's your opinion, but I just think that he's had a fantastic season. I think that he's going to get a massive upgrade. I think +3 is probably one of the biggest that you're going to see this year in the Premier League. I've gone for a +3 on his pace. +2 on his shooting, +3 on passing, +4 on dribbling. I've also given him a +1 on defending because EA seems to just add a little tiny bit on his defending when he upgrade the player. And I think you get a +1 on physical. Now, looking at his stats, we haven't boosted his base stats as much as what we probably did with Declan Rice. And the reason why is, I think Grealish's stats aren't terrible. A +2 shooting is probably realistic. He doesn't score loads of goals, but he's still got a good shot. He's still decent. He gets a few goals in there. But for me, the biggest stat, obviously, is his passing and his dribbling. You know, just to compare it to a couple of players in the game. Like, I think Coutinho's got like 90 dribbling. Coutinho's been off the boil a couple of years. And I think Jack Grealish right now looks a really good player. One of the things that he's most known for is holding the ball up, dribbling, and obviously drawing in fouls. And he does it really well. He's a great player. Obviously, the +3 passing will help massively. I haven't really given him a pace boost that much. Give him +3, put him up to nearly 80. Because I just think he's not that type of player who's going to go out and be sprinting down the wings. And, you know, he's not really blessed with pace. But as a base card, I think that would be a really good card to play. If it was Cam, left wing, who knows this year what the meta will be on FIFA 22. But based off what he played last season, how he played this season, I think he might or should do, deservedly get a +3. Right, so Trent AlexanderArnold, player I know quite a lot, watch him all year round, Liverpool fan. Last season he was an 87 rated card with very, very underwhelming stats. Other than the 87 passing and 80 defenders, not bad to be fair for a right back, but 80 pace, nowhere near good enough for a right back. Dribbling should be higher in my opinion anyway. You know, people sit and talk about him, whether he's a good defender or not, but one of the things that people will all agree on, he's a great attacker, he's great at passing the ball, and, you know, he's really good at creating chances, and he's really good at getting goals as well. So I think this year he had a little bit of a part where he didn't do as well, but if you watch Liverpool, you would have seen that he ended the season really well, and he started really well as well. He actually was possibly one of Liverpool's best players over the last 3 months, where Liverpool actually done well to just manage to squeeze into the Champions League spots. But I think possibly he's going to stay the same. I think people might think he might get a downgrade, and I think you'll get some Liverpool fans thinking he might get an upgrade, but I don't think he will. I think he'll stay the same. I do think they'll upgrade the stats on his card, just because they need to. I don't think that card is nowhere near good enough. I think they'll add and take them off somewhere. Again, I've basically kept his overall rating the same, but I've added stats onto his shooting, his pace, his passing, his physical, and his defending. And now, again, people will say, well, how does that work? You know, surely not. Well, how I think it'll work is, I think EA will just adjust his in-game stats. I think he deserves to be at least 81 pace. He's a lot quicker than what he, you know, he's a lot quicker than 80 pace. He probably could be more than that. The 88 passing as well, I think, again, I think at the minute he's absolutely smashing everyone out the park when it comes to assists for defenders. The physical, I think 71 is quite low. And what you've got to take into consideration as physical is not just your strength. You've got to take in your stamina, your aggression and stuff like that. And I think he deserves to be a lot higher than 71. I put him 79. That might be a little bit high, but that's just what I think. I think defending as well. I think this season showed that he is a better defender than what people actually think. If you watch Liverpool and see that we've had, you know, massive key players missing from defence, you will see that he's been a massive part of, you know, having to defend more than what he would normally do. And he's done quite well this season, done a lot better than normal. I've kept dribbling the same because I don't want to go overkill. And, you know, just because it's EA, I don't think they'll upgrade that. Shooting again, he scored a couple of goals this season, so I think he deserves the upgrade. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you think he'll get an upgrade? Do you think he'll get a downgrade? Do you think he'll stay the same like I do? Be interesting to see how he plays this season, and it'd be interesting to see whether they give him this, you know, this boost that slight boost that I think they will on his in-game stats. But yeah, let me know down in the comments. Right, last but definitely not least, one of the standout performers in the Premier League last season. If defenders got more recognition and plaudits for what they actually do in the game, you know, there was a very good chance Luke Shaw, especially for the first 6 months of the season, could have, you know, went on to maybe won the Player of the Season. Obviously, you know, that's a bit of a contradiction from what I'm saying, because Ruben Diaz got Player of the Year, but realistically, Man United have to defend more. Luke Shaw had to do a lot more last season than what Ruben Diaz did. Ruben Diaz coming to another really great team. Luke Shaw has been a player that has been struggling with injuries for about 5 or 6 years now since he signed for United. And I think last year, he finally got to show that some of the doubters were absolutely fucking wrong. And what a player he is, you know. 81 rated card he's got here on FIFA, which is not the worst. And, you know, we're gonna try and have a little chat about how some of them stats are just absolutely atrocious, even though he's been injured and he hasn't really had the greatest of time. 79 pace for Luke Shaw. I don't know if you've seen him this season, but he's actually quite quick. And he can get up and down the wing. His dribbling's quite good as well. Defending should be a lot higher. He's very physical. He loves to go in for the tackle. And his passing actually this season has surprised me. It's actually a lot better than I thought. 53 shooting, I think, maybe warranted. He scored a good goal in the Euros for England, but I think that is about right. But the most important thing is, let's see what I think he's going to get next season. Right, I think he's going to go up to an 83. I've just realised I've put him as a right back. Ignore that. I did not realise that I actually done that. He's obviously going to be playing left back, but that's not the important thing anyway. The important thing is the boost on his card. So I think he's going to get a +2. And people might think he might deserve more than that. Right. The reason why I haven't given him a +3, because I think it was a +2 or a +3, is because EA, normally once you start getting to the 83s, 84s, they start limiting your basically your boosts, just because of the fact that, you know, they need to have room for you. He's probably going to have a great season this year. EA are going to anticipate that and probably going to think, well, we'll give him a +2. He's got room for his upgrades. And then, you know, next year, if he carries on doing as he's doing, we'll put him up to a another +2. Put him up to like an 85 or an 86. They've done it similar with Trent and Robertson. Trent and Robertson, after you know, had to have a couple of good seasons, 2 or 3 really good seasons where they got them boosts. I think if Luke Shaw carries on doing what he's doing, he will definitely get them upgrades. But as you can see, you know, if you compare him to Trent's card that I've put into the previous part of the video, that Luke Shaw card's a lot better other than the passing, you know what I mean, and shooting, but he's a left back, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. He's got +3 on his physical, +3 on his defending, +2 on his dribbling, +4 on his pace. Like I said, I think he's actually a lot quicker than what people think. +5 on shooting, because he did get a good goal for England, and I think that they should take into consideration that when he has had shots, he's done quite well. He's got them on target, so maybe a little bit of a boost. And also +4 on his passing. Like I said, his passing surprised me last season. Done quite well, and you know, I think that he deserves a lot of the plaudits he got last season. I think he's going to be really good this season. And, you know, with the partnership that he's forming with Maguire as well, should show that he's the player that United signed, I think, like 7 or 8 years ago. Like I said, he had a lot of injuries, but he's been unfortunate. But for United, hopefully he plays well this season. And, yeah, that's going to be it for the ratings. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you do drop a like. If you would like to see me potentially do some different plays from different leagues, because basically we're going to be doing loads of different players, but most of them are going to be based around the Premier League, because that's what people watch. If you'd like to see me do some players outside the box that I could do a little bit of research on to find out what they've done last season and, you know, what the rating is on FIFA and stuff, let me know down in the comments. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a like. This video will be going up on YouTube and on Facebook, so obviously drop a follow on the page. Make sure you like and share this if it's on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you can still share it. You can copy the link, post it whenever you want. Make sure you subscribe, because we're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, let me know down in the comments which players you'd like to see, and if I've got any of these right or wrong. I appreciate it as always. Thank you for watching the first FIFA 23 video, and I will see you all later.